Well, hey there everybody, welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we're going to do a review on the Kershaw Echelon folder. This is a very unique folder that Kershaw has designed. It's been out for a year or two now. In 2013, I believe it was either 2012 or 2011 was when it was originally introduced. I'll give you some basic specs, we'll do some field tests, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on it. Obviously, as soon as you look at it, it's a very unique blade. It's made here in the USA. It is speed safe, open assist, liner lock, has thumb studs. It has G10 naturalized handle scales. Its blade length right here is 3 1/4 inches long. Closed length is 4 inches, and overall length is 7 1/4 inches with a weight of 2.6. All right, well, let's talk about the handle here on this Echelon. What this is G10 in its natural state. The black or green or blue or red colors that we see are obviously dyes that they do to G10. Original G10 is kind of this yellowish white clear color, and you can see through it. And that's what's really cool, and what really drew me originally to this blade is the fact that this handle is just very unique. You know, who doesn't have a silver blade, black handled pocket knife, or a black on black? I mean, that's so generic, so basic, and I was looking for something just a little bit more unique, something that kind of stood out from the crowd, and this one definitely does. You get really nice high traction G10 on here, very, I wouldn't say aggressive, but very textured, and I love that. It wouldn't thrash your pocket. It's smooth enough that it's not going to destroy your pocket and your jeans and stuff, but it definitely gives you some really nice traction on there. They got little grooves. You can see the mechanisms inside there for the speed safe and the liner lock, which is really cool. It just feels very comfortable in your hand. You can see there I wear large size gloves, and I got plenty of room to spare. Really nice, you know, my pinky's not wanting to come off at all. I'm locked into place and I can really use this thing. It's nice and thin too. I really like that. You got this silver pillar back here that acts as your lanyard attachment if you wanted to attach a lanyard, and then it is pillar construction, which I love, and then with that weight of 2.6 ounces just makes it super lightweight. I mean, that's, you know, that's basically SOG, you know, area when you're looking at lightweight open assist knives. I mean, SOG, you know, kind of has the market on that, and they did a great job here with this Kershaw of hitting it at under 3 ounces for an open assist over 3-inch knife is really impressive, and I like that fact of it, and that definitely helps with, you know, the no liners in there, and just very unique handle, and I really dig it a lot. Another awesome thing about this Echelon by Kershaw is the pocket clip. You can see there it's blacked out, so it kind of, you know, stays flush. It's not really standing out. It's not going to reflect light. And it's a deep ride pocket clip. You're not even barely be able to see it when you're carrying it at all, but you can grab in there, pull it out really nice and quick, put it back in there, no trouble at all. I love that design. And you can just see here, as you're looking at this pocket clip, let's see if we can get it come on into focus here. You can see that just that loop over design is super nice, and again, it's not going to thrash your pocket. You know, that G10 has some texture, but it's not so bad that's going to destroy your pocket like, say, a cold steel knife would. But this loop over design is just amazing, and I love the design and pocket clip on the Echelon. One last thing with the pocket clip as well is that it is tip up, which I love. Tip up left or right, and tip down for righties. So that's awesome that you lefties are going to be able to use this blade with the pocket clip, which is awesome that they give you that left or right, tip up for righties or tip down for left or righties, which is awesome. As we move up the blade, you can see there that it has a very unique hawk bird type of design. Reminds me a lot of Spyderco knives. It has a hollow grind with that Sandvik 14C28N, which is a great steel. I love that steel. You know, lots of Kershaw knives like the Kershaw Blur, Piston, Knockout, Leak. A lot of those knives have that type of steel, and I've really found with my use of that steel with many Kershaw knives, it's basically like VG10 that Spyderco produces. It's really nice. You know, it's going to hold an edge well. It's going to take an edge well, and I really like that type of steel. This one, like I said, has a hollow grind, razor sharp out of the box, and again, just has that really, you know, unique, a really aggressive drop point, almost into a reverse Tanto type of design. Has a really delicate tip. You can see there, so you can really get in there and do your EDC, you know, detail work, opening packaging, slicing and preparing food, or if you had to do some maybe medical stuff, you could definitely use that with that tip, and it goes back into a really nice thick spine back there of the blade itself, and really just lends itself to feel really comfortable. Let's kind of test out a little bit of cutting here with this Echelon. Oh yeah, baby. You can see how well this Echelon can cut wood. I mean, that is just feathering away. Man, that's awesome. Wood processing is a breeze and just very comfortable. You can see here as I'm holding it, you know, no jimping up there on that kind of almost thumb ramp that the knife has. There's no jimping up there, but I am super locked into place. The handle's feeling really comfortable in my hand as I do this, and I'm just locked in. I could do this all day long, no problem when it comes to slicing wood with the Kershaw Echelon. Got some nylon rope here. You can see how well this Echelon can just go right through that stuff. I love that. Oh yeah, not even have to think about it. And this baby can go through nylon rope, webbing, man-made materials. The Echelon's gonna do a great job for you. Oh yeah. Man, this Echelon slices through cardboard and man-made materials. That is a super thick piece of cardboard. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. All right, so let's look at the lockup. You can see here that it is a liner lock, and you can see the mechanism right there through the G10, which is really sweet. You flick that sucker open, there it is. It hits about 40% of the blade right back there. Really nice, you know, really small. It's kind of attached in that liner. It's not really even a liner, it's just the lock itself, that liner lock. And then no blade play, up, down, left, or right. It is solid in there. It's got a nice torsion screw in there if you needed to loosen or tighten it, which is a big plus. So the lockup is really good for an EDC blade. Really, really nice liner lock. And again, with that flow-through construction, lightweight, pocket clip, I mean, all that. That lockup, though, is really nice and solid for an EDC blade. All right, so now we come to the Achilles heel of the Echelon, are these thumb studs right here. They are very unique. I love them. They're called a floating thumb stud. You can see that it looks like it's just floating in there, and it's just kind of hovering in there. They rotate, they spin, so it's almost like a little bearing in there or something, but they spin. And so this is the problem though. Two things. First is that they rattle. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's rattling and tinkling back and forth, side to side, because it's kind of that floating design that they decided to go with the Echelon. The other thing is that there's hardly any purchase. There's no jimping or any sort of grooving along those thumb studs on either side, which really, really holds it back. And what happens is when you've closed it, you're going to deploy it, you basically kind of have to hold it down here. That's kind of, it's making my thumb uncomfortable. And then I miss it about half the time because of how short, stubby, and smooth those thumb studs are. I miss it about 40% of the time, and I have to redeploy the blade. And I hate that. I hate it when I can't grab a knife and open it the first time. And it's, when I do get it, it's very uncomfortable. So it's not something, you know, you can play with all day. It's just a very uncomfortable thumb stud. Looks great, looks really cool and unique, but very unusable in my opinion, and I don't like using the thumb studs on this Echelon at all, so the deployment just sucks and really pulls it away from being a great knife for me. I don't like that. The other complaint is that it is very high up on the blade itself. It goes about a quarter of an inch, and then you hit the thumb stud. So if you are cutting cardboard or, you know, food or something really close to the edge of the end of the blade, you could hit it with the thumb stud. Not very likely, but it is an option there, and that, I mean, that could happen. Not something you want to see happen, but it might with the thumb studs on the Echelon. So a huge, sad thumb stud issue there. I mean, the speed safe open assist is awesome. Whips out with authority every time. You can close it one-handed, which is so nice. But I miss it a lot of the time, and it's just an uncomfortable thumb stud to use, and I do not like using and deploying the Echelon, which is really sad to me. All right, so in conclusion, the Kershaw Echelon is a really well-designed knife, very unique, stands out, and good quality made. The only downside for me is the thumb studs. I cannot get over those thumb studs, guys. I really wanted to. I really wanted to like this knife, but for the price point, which is between 50 and 60 bucks, I mean, we're talking in the same ballpark as the Kershaw Blur, the Kershaw Knockout, the Kershaw Piston, all of which I would take over this knife. It is unique, and that has a lot going for it. I love the design of it and how it looks. as well as how lightweight it is, under 3 ounces, which is a really big plus. But the fact that those thumb studs, my thumb just slid up a lot and it was very uncomfortable, and I just did not enjoy deploying the knife. I mean, other than that, felt good in the hand, cut well, good quality, well built, but just that aspect, those thumb studs just killed it for me, and I would not recommend this knife. I would say maybe a 5 out of 10 for Gideon's Tactical here, just because those thumb studs really just take away so much for me. So I hope this review has helped you guys out. Awesome design, awesome, just, you know, unique looking blade, but if they put different thumb studs on there, I would be just raving about this knife, but I can't continue to own this blade just for the fact that those thumb studs really take it away. So hope this has helped you guys out. Thanks for watching. Stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.